Los Angeles, the city of angels, a sprawling metropolis known for its glittering lights, vibrant culture, and endless dreams. But beneath its sun-soaked streets lies a darker side, one filled with stories of despair, tragedy, and chilling mysteries. Among these stories, one name stands out: Elisa Lam. In January 2013, Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old college student from Vancouver, Canada, set off on a solo journey through California. For Elisa, this was more than just a vacation. It was a chance to escape the monotony of everyday life, to find inspiration, and to share her experiences with the world. Through her Tumblr blog, Elisa documented her thoughts, her hopes, and her struggles. She was an introspective young woman, navigating the complexities of mental health while seeking adventure and personal growth. On January the 26th, Elisa arrived in Los Angeles, checking into the historic Cecil Hotel. The Cecil was once a glamorous destination in the 1920s, but had since fallen into infamy, a place known for housing transients, troubled soul, and a history steeped in death and despair. To Elisa, it was simply a budget-friendly stop on her journey. She had no way of knowing that her stay there would lead to one of the most perplexing and haunting mysteries in modern history. For the first few days, everything seemed normal. Elisa explored the city, visited local attractions, and maintained contact with her family back home. But on January 31st, something changed. Elisa stopped responding to messages. She missed her daily phone call to her parents, a call she had never skipped before. Concerned, her family reported her missing, sparking an investigation that would quickly unravel into something far more disturbing than anyone could have anticipated. The police began their search immediately, scouring the hotel for clues. Room by room, floor by floor, they searched for any sign of Elisa. But she was gone. Days turned into weeks, and still, there were no leads. The only thing investigators had to go on was a single puzzling piece of evidence: a grainy, black-and-white surveillance video from one of the hotel's elevators, recorded just hours before Elisa's disappearance. In the footage, Elisa's behavior is strange and unsettling. She steps into the elevator and presses several buttons, but the doors remain open. She peeks out nervously as if checking for someone or something. Her movements become more erratic. She steps in and out of the elevator, gestures with her hands, and appears to be speaking, though no one is visible. Then, suddenly, she walks away, and the elevator doors close. It was the last time Elisa Lam was ever seen alive. What followed was a search effort that captured global attention. Flyers bearing Elisa's face were plastered across Los Angeles. News outlets picked up the story, speculating about her whereabouts and what might have happened to her. But as days turned to weeks, hope of finding Elisa alive began to fade. Then, on February 19th, hotel staff made a horrifying discovery. After receiving complaints from guests about low water pressure and an unusual taste, maintenance workers checked the rooftop water tanks. Inside one of them, floating lifelessly, was the body of Elisa Lam. The discovery was both shocking and baffling. How had Elisa ended up in a water tank accessible only through locked doors and an alarmed rooftop? How had no one noticed her disappearance for nearly 3 weeks? And most haunting of all, what explained her bizarre behavior in the elevator footage? These questions would ignite a firestorm of theories, from mental health crises to foul play, and even whispers of something supernatural. The case of Elisa Lam is not just a story of one young woman's tragic death. It is a labyrinth of unanswered questions, a mystery that has captivated millions and left even the most seasoned investigators at a loss. Tonight, we delve deep into this haunting case. We will trace Elisa's final days, dissect the cryptic evidence, and explore the dark reputation of the Cecil Hotel, a place where the line between reality and the unknown seems to blur. This is the story of Elisa Lam, a story that refuses to be forgotten. The year was 2013, and for many, the beginning of a new year symbolized hope and fresh opportunities. Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old student from Vancouver, Canada, embraced this spirit fully. A lover of books, travel, and introspection, Elisa sought to explore life beyond her university campus. She was a curious and adventurous young woman, known for her thoughtful musings and witty personality. She often shared her thoughts on her Tumblr blog, which she titled Nouvelle Nouveau, a collection of poetry, reflections, and snapshots of her daily life. Her posts revealed a deep thinker, a woman searching for purpose and clarity in a world that often felt overwhelming. Elisa struggled with bipolar disorder and depression, challenges she didn't shy away from discussing. Her openness resonated with her followers, who admired her vulnerability. To her, the trip to California was more than just a vacation. It was a way to step outside her comfort zone and embrace new experiences. Her itinerary included stops in San Diego, Los Angeles, Santa Cruz, and San Francisco. She traveled alone, but her blog posts and messages home kept her connected to her family and friends. Elisa was full of hope, excited to document her journey and discover new places. On January the 26th, 2013, Elisa arrived in Los Angeles and checked into the Cecil Hotel, an iconic yet notorious building nestled in the heart of downtown. Built in the 1920s, the Cecil was once a grand hotel, attracting wealthy tourists and business travelers. But as the decades passed, the surrounding neighborhood, known as Skid Row, fell into poverty and decay. The Cecil's reputation began to shift. By the 1980s, it had become a haven for transients and a backdrop for countless tragedies, including suicides, murders, and unexplained deaths. It was even rumored to have housed two infamous serial killers, Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and Jack Unterweger. Despite its dark past, the Cecil remained a budget-friendly option for travelers like Elisa, who was likely unaware of its chilling history. At first, Elisa seemed to settle into her new surroundings with ease. She explored the city, visited tourist attractions, and shared her adventures online. Her posts were filled with excitement, capturing the energy of a young woman eager to experience the world. But as the days went by, something began to change. Elisa's behavior reportedly became erratic. Hotel staff and fellow guests observed her acting strangely, wandering the hallways late at night, talking to herself, and exhibiting signs of paranoia. She even left cryptic notes in her room, which her roommates later described as unsettling. Concerned for their safety, her roommates asked hotel management to intervene, leading to Elisa being moved to a private room. By January 31st, just 5 days after her arrival, Elisa was last seen by a hotel employee. She reportedly visited a nearby bookstore, the last bookstore, where the staff remembered her as cheerful and outgoing, purchasing gifts for her family. But after returning to the hotel, Elisa vanished. She missed her daily check-in call with her parents, who immediately grew worried. Elisa's family, knowing her struggles and recognizing the unusual silence, reported her missing the next day. What had started as a joyful trip to California had taken a dark and unexpected turn. The police launched a search for Elisa, but their initial efforts yielded no leads. The Cecil Hotel was thoroughly searched, every room, hallway, and common area. Flyers with Elisa's photo and description were distributed across Los Angeles. Her family pleaded for answers, but as days turned into weeks, hope began to wane. Then came the discovery of a strange and haunting piece of evidence: the surveillance footage from the hotel's elevator, recorded just hours before Elisa's disappearance. In the grainy video, Elisa is seen entering the elevator alone. She presses several buttons, but the elevator doors remain open. She peeks out of the elevator, cautiously looking both ways, as if she is being followed. Her movements grow increasingly erratic. She steps in and out, gestures oddly with her hands, and appears to be speaking to someone who isn't there. Then, as suddenly as she entered, she disappears from view. The elevator doors close, open again, and close once more, as if the hotel itself were responding to her absence. This was the last known footage of Elisa Lam, and it raised far more questions than answers. The eerie video quickly went viral, capturing the attention of millions around the world. The strange sequence of events and the hotel's dark history created a storm of speculation, from theories of mental health struggles to suggestions of foul play or even supernatural forces. But as captivating as the footage was, it did little to reveal what had truly happened to Elisa Lam. For weeks, the case remained a mystery. Police, hotel staff, and Elisa's family were left to wonder where she could have gone and what had happened to her in those fateful hours. The Cecil Hotel, with its long and shadowy history, became the epicenter of a tragedy that no one could fully explain. What began as an exciting journey for a young woman had become one of the most perplexing cases in modern history. What do you think happened to Elisa Lam? Could her death truly be explained by tragic circumstances, or does this case point to something deeper, more mysterious? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest true crime stories. Join us next time as we explore another chilling unsolved mystery.